Question, man. Did y'all hear about Quick Flip Vino and how Quick Flip Vino was riding around Georgia and was making lightweight threats, and I guess not so lightweight threats, but just certain things he was doing and saying that would lead law enforcement agencies to issue a warrant for his arrest for cyber threats. Now, I understand he just bonded out. He had a high bond, and they lowered his bond and they let him out. Evidently, he wasn't supposed to have any contact with Flo Malcolm. But Flo Malcolm bonded him out, and they have a call online where they're talking with each other. I don't understand it, man. I mean, it's a death series. I don't make a dime off this thing. I aspire to make money off the internet. I heard there's a lot of money here, but is it really? I mean, I guess maybe there's must be a certain lack of common sense. So this Clubhouse app. Now I know it's a well known understanding. I guess the guy Wack 100. He's the king of Clubhouse per se. I've had Clubhouse on my phone, whatever, but that's not important. Evidently, Wack 100 there's the incident. I posted about this incident on the day, and if you watch that video, you'll see that I pretty much, and not to toot my, well, I would toot my own motherfucking horn. I called to play on the first motherfucking day, and I made the video quickly just so I could come back and say that I called to play on the first motherfucking day. Whenever the camera is on, don't believe everything you see in front of the camera. The man said several times that he is performing. So when when he just turned up with the sheer and utter disrespect, that's well, in regards to the Mama Ducks and the Dominique the Snoop Mama chick. So when he turned up in that level, I knew I could tell it was the dramatics. But that's not the important part as well. The part evidently is that DJU, a fixture in Chicago. He's known as King Von's DJ. Former DJ, I guess you could say, to be more politically correct. His DJ, and he interviews a lot of people on his platform. He gives a lot of people exposure. And I'm certain some of those people are from Chicago. But due to the fact that he was the beneficiary of a play that somehow that very much did work to his favor in regards to his investment to go down to Fort Worth, Texas, to actually interview with Mr. Charleston. He received the benefit by ways of views and engagements on the clips that he posted onto his channel. But that's not enough, Charleston's gone over how the dynamics of the situation went, how you didn't know what was going on, and he had to play it out to the cameras off, and you could hear people laughing in the background and shit. And if he he's supposedly upped on DJU, but when you up on somebody, that's when you up on. That's when if you don't pull it, when y'all holler that shit, you don't pull it unless you gonna use it. If you do this shit, that's just upping. This right here, I guess if it's brandishing or whatever, that ain't even unless it's inside. That ain't even. If a nigga know you hold, it ain't no such thing as pulling. If somebody know you hold, and they know the escalation of the room. If you see somebody pull their thing out, either you gonna lower the tone or you gonna escalate the tone. Not important. DJU is a media person, I guess. I don't want to just demean this. Just what he does is just blogging or whatever, but that's what he does, and that's a square job. You may work with certain type of characters. Whether they pretend tough guys or whether they may be in line with the real tough guys. But you work with in his square job. He works with all kinds of people, but it's still a square job. So by him reacting in the way that he did in the commission of his doing his square job, he's conducting an interview. He's asking poignant questions. He's trying to get an understanding. That's how you solve problems. That's how you open proper channels of communication, by asking questions and listening to the person who asked the question to answer thoroughly. So Wack 10 say, Wack 10, well, that, this, that, and the third. Wack 10 is attempting to put a long distance battery in someone else's back, because Wack 10 has, he has had the last time he was on the Clubhouse with Charles. He's talking about come down to he want to come on the game related podcast. And you can go anywhere else you want to go. Y'all industry guys, man, y'all really. And that's a beautiful thing about Charles White, man. That he document all this shit, and we able to see this shit in real time. So he had found, I guess, some guy up here. I don't know these people, and I live in Cook County, but I'm not gang. I'm not affiliated. I'm not from here. I'm just a working nigga. I got my mouse at my plantation. This is just my entertainment. That's what. If you're not on this internet to get information or communicate with other people or entertain yourself, then fucking get off. I don't understand how. Now nobody has seen that you take. I guess it comes with. I guess it's kind of like when the white folks say that we take a little clip of, like, say for example, there's a shooting by, let's might as well go and say it, officer, or even just your typical white supremacist nigga hating motherfucker, and we see a clip of it, but I guess there's supposed to be a greater context behind it. What we saw was a clip, and if the play was going to be really and truly effective, we lived in somewhat of a civilized mindset of a society, because people from outside of Chicago don't necessarily know the temperature of Chicago. Now, I'm not from Chicago. I don't claim to know the temperature of Chicago, but I know for one thing that not every citizen up here is a fucking savage. Everybody in Chicago ain't slide. And we all have our economic issues or whatever, but it's middle class niggas here and it's poor niggas here. It's niggas that front and niggas who don't. But for it to be like, okay, well, DJU, they gotta be slide on DJU, but it's a baby or a child or somebody getting shot out this motherfucker every week. And this motherfuckers dying every weekend by ways of gunfire. And these is not necessarily old niggas, but it be the old niggas on the internet doing the most talking. Be having like one of them Christmas battery pack. When your mama get your Christmas toy and they buy them big ass battery packs, they have a slew of them battery packs to put in the backs of other niggas, because some niggas is cowards and they beyond their point. They has been niggas. They want to stir up shit like gossiping ass bitches and put motherfuckers in the way of certain situations where there is no need for there even to be a situation considered in the first place. But yeah, we sit on cover. I don't know. I guess I was raised in the days of radios and scanners. My granny had a police scanner. My pappy had a police scanner. They're sitting there listening to the cops going back and forth, talking about, what crime scene or whatever situation, domestic situation they might be going to on their walkie-talkies. But now, in the cyber age, they've made a big old walkie, I don't even know how to do it. It's just so technologically more advanced than the walkie-talkie we used to have. Because we used to have the little walkie-talkies where you push the little orange button, you talk it to it, and the batteries didn't last for halfway shit, but it was fun for a little while. But how is it that you can go from an app? I mean, why? If it's so easy for y'all niggas to go from an app to doing shit, why not y'all say something on that app to the benefit, to the constructive and tangible benefit of these babies and these children out here, or for these elders who are going through this economic crunching and having to deal with the high cost of goods, and maybe having to get around going out because they fear going out because the government and scared them to death with the coronavirus, and it may be a real thing for them, but Chicago, I mean, y'all niggas make this y'all handful of niggas make this city look bad. And then the part about it is due to the fact that y'all allow us with this shit, it's ignored that really, for the most part, we ain't all of niggas ain't all of the shit that's going on up here. There are. And I'm just speaking facts. The Hispanic community, they have high crime rates, and you might have those foreign white communities. They have high the Polish or the whomever. They have their crime rate, and your typical white folks. You don't hear too much about the Asians and their crime, or the Middle Eastern or Arabian Indian folks. They don't have too much of an issue. This is Chicago, man. And we have enough violence up here that we don't have to necessarily invite anymore. At least not in my opinion. You think about it, man. Yeah, you got all these niggas and they got all their opinions, and they're talking tough from the comfort of their easy chair, or in the living room, or that stool in the basement by the washing machine where they go and they get their best Wi-Fi signal, and they all in it. It's all a drama. It's an unfolding, cascading drama like an online soap opera, but sometimes with often real life repercussions. But it ain't got to be like that. I hear talk of green lights, and them people ain't done none of y'all. Mr. Charleston ain't done none of y'all niggas. DJ, you ain't done none of y'all niggas. Since when is it that the gangster get in between the business of two other gangs? Now, I'm not saying DJ, you was a gangster, not saying Charles again. Let's put it like this. Since when is it that a man inserts himself into the business of other men, and to the point where they have to feel as if they should justify the risk that the person who is in the deal with the other business person should take? I guess in the name of ego, or he made you look bad in this business deal. Them was them two niggas' business. It's not Wack 100's business. It's not whoever 600's motherfucking business. Niggas face. I can tell niggas' face light up when Mr. Charleston addressed them. I don't get it, man. Y'all should have known that somebody was some type of. But I guess I'm old. I'm old, nigga. I'm an old nigga. And I done seen a lot of shit, I guess. And I done seen a lot of game unfold. And, I like to think that I have a nice encyclopedia of game within my own personal, but, I can always miss something. They about to slide over another nigga's business. They ain't got nothing to do with them. Fuck Chicago. Niggas in Chicago say fuck Chicago. Niggas in Chicago say fuck Chicago about moving from Chicago. Man, y'all better leave DAU alone. Y'all catch the young RICO case, man. Because what y'all talk, the incident y'all talking about happened in Texas, and y'all talking shit up here. Well, and he and Wack, I guess wherever he's laying on his stomach talking shit at that maybe California, whatever, he talking this shit over there. Now at the end of the day, Wack knows what to say in order not to incriminate himself with y'all bullshit, but that's not gonna prevent him from agitating shit. And it's not going to prevent others who want to get some form of clout or attention from stepping out and making themselves as if they appear. You know who I am? You know who I am? Do you know me? That's like your mama. Yeah, your mama. When she when she at the store, when she at the layaway. Y'all don't know me. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know what I doing. I tear this motherfucker up. It's a bad look, in my opinion. But who am I to say? I'm just a visitor. Don't bother me with none of this shit. I got to go work for my own master. That's all. I'm just here to get, I'm surviving with the intention to thrive eventually. Right, Lord willing, the creek don't rise. But yeah, man, I better leave that boy alone. That's quick for the vino about that old shit, man. A law-abiding citizen. There ain't no snitching or whatever that shit. That nigga ain't doing no crime. Neither one of them niggas is doing crimes with y'all. Neither one of them niggas is in some type of criminal ring, have any type of code or morals or ethics and guidelines and literature for to follow. But Wack 100 or I don't know. I would hope. I don't know the the specifics, but even if that's the case, that's still that man business. Them two men's individual business in a partnership. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody else's business. And with that being said, nigga nation, that I'm out, man. I just want to come on and speak on that for a second. But I called it as being a play. I don't understand why people didn't understand. Why would he do? What? He's a trained, y'all don't, I guess y'all don't necessarily listen, but the man has said several times he's a firearms training specialist. He loves fucking guns. Don't you think that he would recklessly handle a gun or not know the laws of handling a gun on camera? Dumb and stupid. Peace and love, man. I'm out. Oh, y'all fucking